right. Hey, what's going on? It's Ryan from MoneyMake Marketing. We've had a lot of people request this specific video from us. So I actually figured I would also send it to you. I thought you might find value in it as well. And so what I'm going to be going through is our quick launch campaign. This is a big reason why a lot of people come to work with us. So I'm going to be detailing out all the bits and pieces of the quick launch campaign, along with actual screenshots showing you and explaining how things actually work, just to give you those visuals. I'm a visual person, give you those visuals on how these things actually come together in real time. I have screenshots from our client accounts, real lead magnets, the DMs that came of it, the results that came of those DMs, and we have a couple different strategies here. Have our messaging process, we have our nurture to conversion mechanism process detailed out here and how it actually plays out in real time, plus our tracking. So if at any time you guys want to actually talk with us about this, if you don't want to watch the whole video, you can just click a button and book a call with us if you want. But this is primarily just to add value to you guys so you can continue to make more money through LinkedIn with your current strategy, okay? So a ton of people come to us for a quick launch campaign, and for good reason. You know, we failed so many times putting this thing together, and it's just a conglomeration of trial and error over the past few years. And it really works well with just, humans in general. So, don't be afraid of, if you're not in any of these industries that we actually have worked in already, that, don't be afraid to try this in your own industry. I mean, there's a couple different things that we might have to tweak, but realistically, humans are humans. So essentially what the quick launch campaign is, I'll do a quick overview and then we'll go through the specifics so you guys can understand everything. And at any time, you can just skip forward in the video, skip backwards, whatever you need to see. So let's get into it. So the quick launch campaign, essentially what it is, it's our cold outreach strategy. So cold outreach means cold email, so emailing strangers that never heard of you before, or DMing them on LinkedIn. So those are the two channels that we really like to use. And LinkedIn by far is our better channel. Usually when people do both LinkedIn and email's their better channel because they can just send more volume. For us, LinkedIn is by far more responsive, and we can close more deals through LinkedIn than email in general, okay? And there's a lot of stuff that's happening with email right now, so it kind of makes sense. And so essentially what we're doing is we DM them on LinkedIn or we email them, and we're sending them a lead magnet, okay? And what this lead magnet is, and I'm going to go through the entire process here in the video, it's a little nugget of value from you to them specifically. And the reason we send a lead magnet, it's easy for them to consume, it builds a lot of trust, but it gets them interested, it builds value in their mind. And that's the thing that we need. That's why a lot of people have failed with their cold outreach in the past, because they're not able to open a closed door. This thing right here, this lead magnet, is the thing that actually gets you into the door with a conversation with somebody that doesn't actually, before they saw your lead magnet, didn't actually think that they needed to speak with you. So this creates a tremendous amount of opportunity. So we send them a lead magnet, but then this is where a lot of people that use this strategy make a big mistake. They don't follow up with other sales assets that handle all the objections, limiting beliefs, and just questions that they have after consuming the lead magnet. Because after they consume the lead magnet, as soon as you pitch somebody something, they have all these objections that come up. They have all these questions that come up, right? Right now, you probably have questions coming up right now. You probably have limiting beliefs that, Ryan, we've tried this before, and it just didn't work. All of these things need to be handled for you to get your prospect to want to take the next step, which is our conversion mechanism. Usually it's them booking a call, getting on a call with you for a sales opportunity. Sometimes it's a quote, sometimes it's registering. But all these things need to be handled. So then we send them sales assets, and that is when you're able to get them on the conversion mechanism, which we call a sales call, quote, registration. Then it goes into a second nurture process, but this is now your sales process. That's when you can close your deal, okay? And we also do an organic posting strategy from a personal LinkedIn profile. So this is where we post on a LinkedIn profile. We'd make a LinkedIn post. I think I have like 11,000 followers on my LinkedIn right now at the time of recording this video. And so when I post this, I get a tremendous amount of engagement. And so what's cool is your post generates profile visits, impressions, likes, comments, reposts, and DMs right then and there. So you get inbound leads, you get website visits, you get all kinds of different things. And the cool part about this is you can strategically DM people from the people that visit your profile, from the people that are engaging with your posts, and get them right into this process that I just outlined. You have all these sales assets ready to go. You can then convert them. And once you get this whole thing set up, it's literally like just plugging and playing. You understand when you generate a new lead, they have to go through this entire process to get to a point where they're ready to be closed. It's fantastic once you see it from our angle. And then you'll understand your like kind of whole world opens up to like really where you've been losing these leads in your sales process and marketing process. So let's get into it. The very first thing we have to actually start with is our targeting. So number one is our targeting. And so we have a few different ways that we actually do our targeting. I'm just going to go through two so you can understand how we do our targeting when it comes to LinkedIn and then also with these email platforms. So most people mess up here because they rely on the platform's filter recommendations. So Sales Navigator, Apollo.io, ZoomInfo, and more, you name it, right? So they just go through and they plug in the filters. They don't use quotation marks. They don't do Boolean searches. They just put in a specific job title. And this almost always creates an unqualified list, which is a huge problem. That's a huge reason why a lot of people fail with cold outreach from the very beginning. If you have a bad list, then obviously the entire campaign is not going to work. We're reaching out to the wrong people. And so these are not all the strategies that we use for our clients. It's just a few that work really well. So you can take these and apply them immediately. So the very first one is a dream lookalike targeting. So we look up your most profitable and best customers on LinkedIn and our email platforms. And we just want to see the job title that the platform has them classified under. We also want the keywords, the industry, and more from that. So if you look at this, I have these screenshots of me just in Sales Navigator looking up my name, Ryan Ogren, and you can see I came up here. So you can see that my job title is Private Investor at Rhino LLC. Rhino LLC is MoneyMake Marketing, doing business as Rhino LLC, or the other way around. And so you can see here, Ryan Ogren, and you have my whole profile here. This is, this is what we do for each one of your customers. And the cool part is now I can go target the same amount of people with a Boolean search. So I just did, if you look at my job title, investor and marketer, boom, I did investor and marketer. So now all these people shown over here, they have the exact same job title. So you see this guy right here, strategic marketer and investor. You can see here, this guy has digital marketer, and then he has investor on the other side, business investor. Okay, so that's the cool part about this whole process and this Boolean search. So that's number one. And then what we do is we actually exclude your customer list from our targeting. So now we have just perfect targets. Okay, so this can help you out a tremendous amount. And ChatGPT is pretty good with Boolean searches. You still have to prompt it a little bit, and I'll kind of show you here in a second for this 1B. So that's the 1A. That immediately can help your targeting. Just look up your like 5 or 6 of your best, most profitable customers, people that you want more of, and then you can go and see and just create a lookalike audience on LinkedIn. It's pretty much what you do on Meta ads, but you just actually have to do it manually. 1B is our AI Boolean targeting. So we have a credit-based AI agent, LLM. We don't use ChatGPT because it has recurring. It's like $20 a month. It's recurring. So they want to limit the amount of usage that you use for your ChatGPT because they only get paid $20, whether you use it a lot or not, right? Our credit-based LLMs, the more we use it, the more it charges us. So it's more incentivized to do deeper research. So what we do, the reason we use this is we can go super deep. We can go and look up everything that we want to go look up about your target market. And we have a proven prompt that constantly gives us the actual most accurate information. And we actually went through each of our current clients and we said, hey, is this spot on for your prospect? And every single time with 100% accuracy, it was. So we haven't been wrong on this yet. And we just pretty much put this proven prompt into our AI for your target market, your prospects, finds all their pain points, limiting beliefs, objections, dream outcomes, and more. So we use this, and then we also use this AI afterwards to prompt out all the possible job titles for your dream prospects for each campaign. Then we just create a Boolean search to cover all of them. So the reason we use a Boolean search is because LinkedIn and other platforms classify the same job title in different ways. So most people don't know this. They just assume that job titles would be the same across all platforms, but people call themselves different things when they sign up for the platform. So it's just not the case, especially on LinkedIn. So Boolean search allows us to tighten the search so the job titles has to include certain keywords, certain keyword combinations in order for them to show up in the list. So we can exclude certain combinations as well. This is the art of list building. So this is a screenshot from one of our clients. We actually did they were targeting landowners. People that just own land, a lot of land for data centers. And, this was just a screenshot from our LLM, what it actually looks like. And it breaks it down. I think this is like a nine-page summary here. Okay. And then this is actual Boolean search. You can see here. So you have senior or, VP and marketing. So this means it has to have the word senior or VP in it. And it also has to have the word marketing. So we can target senior VPs or we can target senior marketing, those job titles, or VP and marketing, those job titles. So senior manager marketing, senior director, VP of marketing and strategy. Okay, this works like a charm. So that is our targeting. Okay, so we start there because once we have our list really clean and squared away, and there's other strategies here because we actually will do a Boolean search and exclude it. And you can see here in the red, I excluded the owner, founder, president just to keep this list a lot tighter. So you can use this Boolean search and excluding and including to clean up your list. And you can do this also in the company name. So if you're targeting like, dentists, for instance, all of them have the word dental in it, or dentist, right? So, or family dentist, right? Or family practice, they all have the word family in it, right? So you can use quotations in company name and sales navigator. That's like something a lot of people don't realize. And that's something that I came across like at 2 a.m. one night trying to figure out how to target for one of our clients. Okay, so that's how we do our targeting. So number 2, lead magnet. So lead magnets are so important, and most people don't even think to send a lead magnet. And if they do, they send some crappy PDF that clearly used AI to generate and is no value to their prospects. So no wonder they don't get any responses. So similar to having a bad list, having a bad lead magnet kills the entire campaign. No one's going to respond because it's not of value to them. And because of this, we use our proven strategy when we're coming up with lead magnets for our clients. And then we choose an option to deliver it based on what we think is going to work best to have our prospects actually consume it. So these are not all the strategies that we'll use, just a few that work really well. And I'll just kind of reiterate again, a lead magnet is the thing that opens the door for the sales opportunity. It's valuable to them where they didn't think that they needed to speak with you just yet. It creates an opportunity out of nothing, okay? That's why they're so valuable. And so the process is this. We take your primary offer that you sell to people. So this works for products, services. We've done this for heavy equipment. We've done this with actual, low ticket services. So it works like a charm. Take your primary offer where you make your most money right now, something that you make the most amount of money with. You can pick this. We can help you with this. And then we list out all the problems, desires, and more that your prospects have before they purchase it with you. We want to get to know those people because those are your prospects. Then we just create lead magnets, around those particular ideas. We just add them to our list, and those are our test lead magnets. Then we rank those lead magnets based on which we think has the most valuable. It's easy to deliver and easy for them to consume. So we start there, and there's going to be a lot that are very valuable, but just really hard for them to consume and very hard for us to deliver on. So here are some winners that work really well. So this is a personalized video with a personalized deliverable. Okay, and this one we actually did a personalized video. I did this video for my client. So this is my client here. I sent it on his behalf to a prospect. And you see here, and I have her LinkedIn profile as, I'm on as the personalized video. So we have a personalized video and a personalized deliverable here. So this is the link to that video. I should have bleeped that out, but you can go check it out if you want. Then when we actually send this video, this is the result. Immediately, they wanted to go set up an actual appointment with my client. And then they sent over an invite. And that deal is going to be worth, I think, potentially 8 figures. I'm not kidding. It's a massive company, and this is a massive company. So it works like a charm. It just created an opportunity out of nothing. This 4-minute and 21-second video. Okay, so then here's a standard video with a deliverable. So this video is just one video that we sent out to multiple people. We didn't personalize it for each person. And this video we just recorded for a client explaining their pricing list, and then sent a pricing list for them specifically. Okay, someone's calling me. So we actually walked through the pricing list in this particular video for our clients, for our client. And I actually did this video again. And I'm actually wearing the same shirt in this video when I'm recording this one. I should go change the shirt. But you can see here, I sent it, and I sent it out on our client's behalf. So this isn't me obviously sending it out. And you can see here, I bleeped out this URL. But this is a video, our team made, boom. If you'd like to register, here's a link, boom. Well, actually, if I think you have to go up here. Yeah, you can see I just sent the video here. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you there. And the result is we had to nurture them. So glad you got the video and pricing. I've got 2 resources that usually help. One's a short case study. One's the other quick guide. This prospect for our client said, neither. Just let me know how to send my next case to y'all and let me know how the billing works. Done. Closed deal. Boom. So it was fantastic lead magnet. It works like a charm, and it's still working to this day. And here's another one. This is a demo video. This shows how a piece of equipment is actually used. I bleeped out the actual logo and name here. My client, I don't want to, pimp out all my clients' logos and stuff and all their content. So I asked them, and they don't want me to share their names, but they're cool with me showing the actual copy, because we're obviously sending this out. So we'll do the same for you if you ever become a client. We just want to be cognizant of their privacy. So we did an outreach message here. They said, thanks for reaching out. I'd like to learn more. Boom, here's a quick demo video. And boom, please send me along the pricing for rental and purchase. We actually sent a quote out immediately after this. So this is the budget for 2026. And fast forward to now, it's looking really good for them to actually purchase this piece of equipment. This is for a hospital system. So sales cycle is obviously very long. And then here's a trial offer. So I bleeped out the full message here just because there's some very specific things that they have a huge non-disclosure with me. So they were cool if I just did the actual CTA here. So can I send you samples of to try with a few patients? Thanks. We'll happy to try it to be accepted for use. We have to get it approved by corporate at Bloom. And then, hi, doctor. Thank you for your response. I'm glad that you would like to try it. Can we schedule a brief product demonstration before I send you samples? And they said, sure. They booked a call. Literally, that's today. I recorded this December 1st, 2025. So that actually just happened today. So it's not like a bait and switch because we are going to be sending them an actual demo, but a trial box. But we just have to collect more information, and it turns it into a sales call. So it took me a long time to get them to be wanting and willing to do this. It's not a bait and switch if you actually follow through with what you offer them, right? We're not pitching you guys to do a bait and switch. So those are just a couple different lead magnets that work. We're not saying that these are all of them, but just some ideas for you on how to make this work, okay? And if you have any questions and you want to talk with us specifically, click a link to book a call with us and go ahead and do it. But now let's go through messaging. So number 3 is messaging. And when it comes to messaging on LinkedIn and email, most people write these long, salesy, robotic messages that nobody reads. Or they write, a solid message, but they have a really bad call to action where they're just trying to book a meeting right from those 3 sentences, right? And both don't work. One, if we reach out cold to prospects in scanner mode, they're just scanning things. You were in scanner mode before watching this, before I opened the door in this particular engagement, right? So scanner mode is just like looking for anything valuable and then automatically deleting anything that isn't or just looks like it isn't, these long messages. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, as soon as you ask to book a call, they immediately think you're trying to sell them something. And if you didn't build enough trust and value before that, they run, right? If you look at it from my perspective, right? I have a girlfriend, but if I'm asking a girl out and immediately I just ask her to go marry me and we've never spoken before like at all, she's immediately going to go run, right? So it's like you have to understand you're dating before you run. Like you're in this like courting process with your prospects for just kind of an analogy. So we can't convert someone that doesn't read our message, and we can't convert someone who thinks we're just trying to take their money, right? We need to build value and trust. This is why lead magnets work so well on LinkedIn and email. We let the lead magnet do the work for us. The messaging just builds enough curiosity to get them to consume the lead magnet. So now we open the door for an opportunity. It's at this point a lot of people make another mistake. So now that the prospect consume the lead magnet, we need to immediately handle the frequently asked questions, limiting beliefs, and objections. Most people stop here, and that's why their outreach fails. So we have to nurture them further. And a lot of people mess this up, so that's why they say their outreach doesn't work. So here's our process for messaging. We use the dream outcome that your prospects want with proof that you've achieved it with a lead magnet CTA. So less is more here. And then we just send them the lead magnet and start our nurture process. So you can see here's just 2 examples. 3 sentences, call to action is the lead magnet, okay? That's just very simple. You should do that right away. And you'll see a lot of responses on this, okay? So number 4 is nurture to conversion mechanism. This is where a lot of people get stuck, and it's probably the most important part. So this is the section after we send them the initial lead magnet, and we know that they watched it because we track this, right? We track when they consume this, and we'll show you the next section how we do this. But as soon as you pitch something to somebody, they immediately have an opinion on that thing. Questions, objections, limiting beliefs immediately show up in their opinion, okay? It just prevents them from taking that action that you want them to, and we have to figure out what they are. We have to figure out what they need to consume to overcome those limiting beliefs, objections, and questions, and how to actually deliver it. So we usually want them to take an action that we call conversion mechanism. Conversion mechanisms can be a sales call, an online order form, etc. It's the mechanism that you use to convert new customers. So here's our process on how we nurture a prospect to our conversion mechanism. Okay, first, we list out all of the objections that your prospect could possibly have after consuming the lead magnet. Your experience and our AI is very helpful in doing this. Okay, we just list out all these objections, and you'll see this process if you decide to work with us, or you can do it on a call just to help you kind of brainstorm. Once again, I just hope this is valuable for you guys. Okay, and then we create content, offers, and other lead magnets to overcome these objections. We call these sales assets, and each sales asset has one specific goal that we map in our prospect's belief journey. So we match each sales asset to the objection that we're trying to overcome in that particular process. We do this, and we use each new asset to nurture all the leads who consume the lead magnet. That's when you'll see the leads take the conversion action that you want them to. So book calls, registration, orders, all that, okay? So there's another client. So we did just the same example that you already saw, okay? So we did our lead magnet. This is our lead magnet. Then we immediately went into our first sales asset. That is right after the first sales asset and the lead magnet. That's when that particular prospect wanted to book a call with their client, okay? So this is a longer one, and you have to see how many times we actually hit them with lead magnets here. Here's a lead magnet. We actually went through pricing as another one. They started to engage with us. They said, check back in. And you can pause it and read through this. I tried to bleep out all the sensitive info. And then have to wait till August. We hit them with another lead magnet to come back. Then we hit them with another lead magnet again. Boom. Then they actually converted. Okay. So it takes a bunch of different sales assets and lead magnets to get these people to convert with cold outreach. This is where a lot of people mess up. All right. And so the last one, I know this is a 20-minute video. So number 5 is tracking. Most business and marketers that do LinkedIn outreach and cold email, they do not accurately track the proper metrics. This is an issue because they can't quickly find the bottleneck. There's always a bottleneck in a marketing funnel. It's attacking that bottleneck that leads to a better return on your investment. Because of this, we spend a lot of time tracking, analyzing our current results, and testing. So on LinkedIn, you can track when you're direct messaging, regular connection requests, open in-mails, premium in-mails, open to work, and group messages. Okay, so we track each of those campaigns that we run. 1 lead magnet per campaign, each outreach channel per that campaign, the amount of outreach sent per channel, the response is the response rate, positive response is the positive response rate, lead magnet consumption rate, yes, we track that, conversion mechanism rate, and more. And then we do the same thing with cold email. And we're crazy about tracking because that's what tells us what works and what does not. So if you have questions or you want us to just give you some ideas on what this might look like for you, click the button and book a call with us. You'll be on a call with me. And on that call, I'll give you an idea to use as your first primary lead magnet right off the cuff. We've been doing this for years, so we know exactly what we need to do to at least start the conversation. Then it's just a matter of creating those sales assets to close deals. So hope this was valuable. Click the button to book a call, and talk soon.